Hello everyone and welcome to join our Color Light online training course. During this training, if you have any question, please feel free to ask. You could type your questions in the chat window here. Our tech guy will reply to you and we will also leave time for the Q&A session in the end. We will upload the recorded video into YouTube. You could find us by scanning the QR code or search Color Light Technology in YouTube. And you can also follow us on Facebook or LinkedIn by scanning the below QR code. This is our number 10 online training courses. Today, we're going to learn about the multifunction card iM9. If you want to learn about the previous training courses, you can search Color Light Technology on YouTube and you will find all the uploaded videos. We will also record today's course and we'll upload it into YouTube shortly. Okay, let me introduce myself. This is Entity from Color Light and it is my pleasure here today to give the presentation. If there is anything that I could help, please email to entity@lednest.com or send me messages directly. So today, what we're going to learn about is a multifunction card iM9 specifications and key features. Then we'll perform a live demo with Light Vision software. And in the end of this course, we will review some of the questions get asked in the Q&A session. Today's course is not so advanced. However, there are many details that you will need to pay attention to. So take it easy and let's begin. Firstly, let's see how to connect so as to build an overview of the functions of the iM9 multifunction card. From the PC, connect the DVI or HDMI cable to the sending card for the video signal, and also connect the USB cable for configurations. And here, this is our S2 sending card. So connect the 3.5mm audio cable from the PC into the input of the sending card S2. And then from the sending card S2, out come RJ45 cable. Both Cat5e and Cat6 would be okay into the multifunction card, and from the multifunction card, out come another RJ45 cable into the receiving cards behind the LED video wall. And if you want, you can connect the speaker with the 3.5mm output on the iM9 multifunction card. Here we provide the external faces for the sensors, and I will give the detailed information in the following slide. And here we provide the RS-232 for the secondary development with console. And the most important one, I think, the function of the multifunction card is the relay control here. Please seriously note that only professional electrician would be permitted to install the electric box with multifunction card. Now I will go and introduce the interfaces part 1. Here on the top of the picture, you will see the power input faces for iM9, A or B. You can use either A or B with the direct current 3.3 to 6 volts. One power is enough and do not connect both at the same time. You can see the ground on the iM9 PCB here. You will see the ground, so you will not make a mistake. Everything is clear on the PCB board of the iM9. And on the left top of the picture is RS232 here. It is DB9 mail for the secondary development with console. So if you want to do that, you could ask us to share you the document. And the middle, there are two Ethernet ports. Both can be used as in or out. So you do not need to identify them. And on the bottom, you can see the indicator lights. Red means the power, it should be solid, and the green on the bottom means the signal, which should be blinking when it is working normally. So red means the power, it should be solid, and the green one should be blinking. That means the signal is normal. Okay, now let's go to part 2. Here I will introduce the sensors and audio outputs. On the right side, there are 4 interfaces for the external sensors, including the brightness sensor. The brightness sensor is designed to set with auto-adjust the brightness of LED video wall. And we also provide the temperature and humidity sensor in one. The external temperature and humidity sensor is an integrated one. And we also provide the onboard temperature sensor here, the black one. This is a temperature sensor on board. And here is a humidity sensor on board. It is a blue one. The temperature sensor and humidity sensor and the other sensors like smoke sensor, noise sensor, PM2.5 or PM10 sensor, they are designed to obtain the environmental information. And the last one here you could see is a 3.5 millimeter audio output port here. It can be used to transfer the audio signal from the sender, but make sure that you will connect it to the port 1 of sender. So every time when you need to use audio transfer with the sending card and multifunction card, make sure that you will connect the multifunction card into the port 1 of the sender. And another thing that you need to pay attention to is not all of our sender have the audio input. So when you need to use that function, make sure that you will buy the sender with audio input first. And it is optional one. Let's see how it works. From the PC, give the audio output into the sender input, and then the sender will transfer the audio signal with the RJ45 cable into the iM9. And then on the iM9 multifunction card, outcome with the audio output connecting into the speaker that you placed with the LED screen. Here you may ask, how many sensors can be connected into the iM9 at the same time? And how many types of sensor can be connected into the iM9? For the brightness sensor, you can connect 2 units at the same time into the iM9, and it will take the average value. For the others, like the temperature and humidity sensor, the smoke sensor, noise sensor, and the PM2.5 sensor, each type you could only connect 1 into the iM9, but you could connect 4 types of sensor with different function together into the iM9. That means with one unit multifunction card iM9, you could detect 4 types of environmental information at the same time. Okay, let's go and see the sensor that we already provided. The first one is a brightness sensor. You can connect 2 units into the iM9 each time, and it will take the average value. This is an integrated sensor. It is integrated with both temperature and humidity. You can only connect 1 unit into the iM9 each time. And the smoke sensor, you can connect only 1 unit into the iM9 each time. And the noise sensor, you can connect only 1 unit into the iM9 each time. And the last one, this is also an integrated sensor. It is integrated with the PM2.5 and the PM10. You can connect only 1 unit into the iM9 each time. The PM means a particulate matter, and normally we would say the fine particulate matter. The fine here means a small size. Normally, the small size particulate matter would be harmful to the people's health. So we need to detect them and pay attention to that. For the sensor's cable, the default length is 5 meters, and it can be customized into 30 meters in maximum. Here I attached the 2 pictures to show you how to install the external sensors into the iM9. On one side, there is a groove here. And on the other side, there is a bulge here. Just match them and it will be easily installed. And now I will show you the relays on the iM9. Totally, there are 7 relays. On the bottom, there are 4 relays from J9 to J12. When you need to control the power for the LED video wall, use the J9 to J12. And when you need to control the power for other devices like electric fan, air conditioner, and speaker, you should only use the J13 to J15 on the top. Since the control strategy is different between the J9 to J12 and the J13 to J15, so please remember to use the way of the relays on the multifunction card as the picture shown above. Do not use it the other way. Okay, here are the summaries of the key features. The first one, control the power for LED video wall with relay J9 to J12, and control the power for devices like electric fan, air conditioner, speaker with relay J13 to J15. And we could use a brightness sensor to achieve the auto adjust the brightness. And we could use the sensor to obtain the environmental information. And the last one is optional. So when you need to use the audio transfer function, make sure that you will use sending cards with audio input first, because not all of our senders has the audio input port. Here I want to explain all the features with more details. The first feature is power control for LED video wall with relay J9 to J12. Since the power control is related to the safety of the people of the LED video wall, here I want to emphasize seriously again that only professional electrician would be permitted to install the electric box with multifunction card only. So if you don't know about that, do not operate on it. ask the professional electrician to do that job. I'm not good at this too, so I could only tell you the theory is to control the forced electricity by controlling the AC relay with weak electricity. And when you use a multifunction card, make sure that you will connect the UPS, not the express, but the uninterruptible power system to give the power into the iM9 multifunction card. And then by this way, the iM9 will get the continuous power supply. Here I take some photos for your reference. You could see from here the UPS power for the iM9, the AC relays here, and on the bottom, the manual relays. Again, only professional electrician would be permitted to install the electric box with multifunction card. Do not do that operation if you are not the professional electrician, because it's related to safety. Very, very important thing. Okay, now let's go and see some control command on different relays. From the J9 to J12, we provide 3 ways to control. The manual control. You could manually turn on or turn off the power, and the timing control, the second type. You could set with the schedule to turn on or turn off the power. And the last one, the auto control. We provide 3 different ways, but you need to pay attention to that. The video signal can be set to automatically turn on and turn off the power, but the smoke and the temperature can only be set to automatically turn off, only turn off with smoke and temperature control here. Because it is related to the safety of the LED video wall. Every time when the smoke or temperature exceeds, the power would be cut off automatically and will not be turned on, because we want to make sure the 100% safety of the LED video wall. If the temperature or smoke exceeds, then it will requires to turn on manually after checking and confirmed that all the potential risks have been eliminated. That's for J9 to J12. For the J13 to J15, we provide 2 different ways to control. The manual one, this one is same as J9 to J12. You can manually turn on or turn off the power, and the auto control. The smoke, if the smoke exceeds, then it will be only turned off automatically. Only turn off, it cannot be turned on automatically, because every time when the smoke exceeds, it means that there will be potential risk of fire. So it also requires to turn on manually after checking and confirm that all the potential risks have been eliminated. However, here on the J13 to J15, if the temperature exceeds, it will turn off automatically, and after the temperature goes down, it will turn on automatically. So the temperature sensor here with the J13 to J15, it can be set as automatically turn on and automatically turn off. Because sometimes people would use the electric fan or the air conditioner to cool down for the LED video wall. And when the cooling down job is finished, then we could turn off the power for the air conditioner and the electric fan so as to save some power. For example, we set with 55 degrees to turn on the power for the electric fan. But this way, it cannot cool down the temperature. Then the temperature still goes up to 60 degrees. And then by this way, we will need to turn on the power for the air conditioner for the stronger cooling down. And when the air conditioner goes to work, it will cooling down the temperature with very effective effect, and then the temperature goes down. So for example, it goes down to 55 degrees. We don't need to use the air conditioner to cool down, so we could leave the electric fan working without air conditioner working. By this way, we could save some electricity power. And another thing that I want to mention about that, the temperature data can go from the sensor on board or from the external sensor. It's optional here, so you could choose. Here you will see, you could choose it accordingly. Okay, so above the introduction of the relays, and here I want to share the auto-adjust the brightness of LED video wall with brightness sensor. This is a manually adjusted brightness here, and this one we could enable the auto-adjust brightness. After enable it, and then we just need to safety multifunction card, and this curve here, the brightness curve here, you could change it according to the requirements. In case that brightness sensor is broken, we could set the default brightness here. That means it will go with set default brightness when the brightness sensor is broken. So you don't need to worry about that. When the brightness sensor is broken, the screen will just go black. It will not happen as long as you set the default brightness here. And I will go and show you this function in the demo in the following slide. Another question you might be interested in is that what the brightness will be when I disable the auto adjust brightness. For example, you set the manual brightness into 100% at the beginning, and then you enable the auto adjust brightness. But after 1 or 2 hours, you just disable the auto adjust brightness. So at that time, which brightness it will be, you may want to know. Here, I gave the answer that it will be the auto adjusted brightness until you change the brightness manually again. For example, here, it will be the 39 rather than 100% until you change the brightness manually again. Because manual adjust brightness is parallel to the auto adjust brightness, it will not affect each other's brightness. So the auto adjust brightness is the percent of the LED video wall rather than the percent of the manual adjusted brightness. So you don't need to worry about the manually brightness you set here. The auto adjust brightness will be able to go into 100% if the light is strong enough. And the other function, to obtain the environmental information with sensors. As I have already introduced, on the iM9 multifunction card, there can be 4 interfaces sensor for the external sensors. So here you can see the smoke sensor, the brightness sensor, and noise sensor, temperature, humidity in one sensor. You can see all the results here. This data are from the external sensor. And you could also find the onboard sensors information, for example, the temperature and humidity. One thing to pay attention to about the temperature and humidity sensor is that when we use a elevation to play different contents, for example, the weather window here and the environment information window here, you will see the temperature and humidity with a weather window, and you will also see the humidity and temperature information on the environmental information window. And you may find that the data are different. So you may want to know which one is correct. Here, both are correct. And because they are from different place, for example, the weather window information came from the website, and you will need to get the internet access for that computer. But the temperature sensor information and humidity sensor information that you choose to show with the environment information window are from the external or onboard sensor. And if you connect the external sensor on the iM9, it will choose to use the information from the external sensor first, unless you remove the external sensor, and then it will choose the data from the onboard sensor. Okay, now I will go and show you a demo with light vision software. Here, I will use the light vision software instead of the iSet, and with S2 sending card and 1 unit iM9 multifunction card. Okay, give me a second and listen. Enable the light vision software and drag to the share the screen. First, I will show you the alt adjust brightness, but I want to make sure that the multifunction card is detected first. So I will go to the control and then go to the multifunction card settings and detect. Okay, I find the multifunction card number 1 with sender 1 port 1 and read time. If you find the time is not matched with the PC time, then you could set to match with the PC time. Okay, now I will go to the brightness first. Here again, control and brightness adjustment. Here you could say you could choose to set the brightness manually, save to sender, and you could choose to enable the auto adjust brightness, and you can also change the brightness curve according to the requirements. And here you could set the default brightness in case the brightness sensor is broken. Just save to multifunction card. Here you can see the minimum brightness now set with 60. So I will now get a flashlight into the brightness sensor, and you will find the difference. You see, I gave a very strong light into the brightness sensor, so it goes to 100%. And now I will remove it a little bit further from the sensor, and it goes to 60. And then now I turn off the flashlight. It goes to 60%. So that's a function of the auto adjust brightness. You could change the curve here, set the default one, and save to multifunction card. Okay, now I will go and show you the relays. Go to control, multifunction card settings. The sensor information, you could find the smoke, brightness, noise, temperature, and humidity. and go back to the relay control. Here I could choose to turn off, because every time when you see the green lights, that means the power is on. And now I turn off manually. The delay time is the gap between the J9 to J10, J10 to J11, J11 to J12, and now I change it into 2 seconds and turn on. You will find that the time become a little bit longer than before. Okay, now, so that's the menu turn on and turn off. And here is the timing control. You could set the schedule with turning on or turning off the power with different time, different day, and different week here. So you just need to set according to the requirements. Now I don't need to use that, so I just delete it and save and close it. And another one is auto control. Here, the video signal control, the smoke control, and temperature control. Here, I will now turn off the power for the S2 singing card. So you will find that the power is turned off. You could hear the voice from the modification card too. Power off. Okay, now it's all turned off, and now I power up on the sending card ST. And as you can hear the voice, it is now turned on. So that's the video signal control. That's what we do with auto control on the J9 to J12. And I want to show you the difference. Here on the J13 to J15, you could set the power control for different devices like the electric fan or the air conditioner or anything that you want to control, but not direct video. Here, the manual control is the same, and I will show you the auto control's difference. Smoke is the same, and the temperature control, you can see if the temperature goes below the 60 degrees, then it will turn on the relays. So that's the difference. That's why we would recommend the customer to use the J13 to J15 to control the power for the air conditioner, the electric vents, and the speaker. Okay, so that would be all for today's demo and presentation. Now we will go to the Q&A session. If you got any question that you want to know about, you could type your questions in the chat window, or you could send me, you could raise your hand so that we could unmute you. And then you would be able to talk with the microphone. Okay, thanks everyone for joining us today. And we do hope everyone would stay in well health, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. So thank you for joining us today again here. If you want to get more information, if you got any more questions, you could send email to me or following us by scanning the QR code here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us today.